I'm really excited about this topic as we talked about the topic and you took a deeper dive into it. As we were just preparing for the show, I thought, oh my gosh, there's so much richness in here. And so I would definitely want to dive in. But before we do that, I would love it for you to share a little bit more about you and your journey and the kind of work you do with the audience. But just to make sure I get your title right, so you're CEO of the Karen J. Hardwick Incorporated company, business, firm, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about the kind of work you do and what got you to this place.
So we are trusted advisors to senior level executives and their teams, their organizations, helping them to understand what their strengths are and how to be a more effective leader from a very transformative, deeply rich place within themselves. So we believe that all leadership starts with the leader themselves. And so we have a very holistic approach to leadership. And how I got in this is I was first studying to be an Episcopal priest. So I was in seminary. And then I went on to get my master's in clinical social work, was a psychotherapist for many years, went into corporate America, and about 18 years ago started the firm. So we're a boutique firm. We have clients all over the globe, and I think we have the best job in the whole world.
Yeah, it sounds like really interesting. You get to work with all these individual leaders and help them gain that self-awareness, but then become even better, which is a true gift. So let's talk about this. I'm going to let you guide the conversation in terms of where you'd like to start.
Okay.
We have mindfulness and we have connection. Since you're kind of the expert in this, I'm not sure which one goes in the right order or where we should really start. So where would you think is the natural starting place for this?
Yeah, so I really believe that we can't connect with or lead others unless we really know how to connect with ourselves, Brandon. And that's, as you know, that's a lifelong journey. How do we connect with ourselves? What do we learn about ourselves? How do we leverage our strengths? How do we accept and acknowledge our derailers? Because I have seen over and over again, you probably have too, that when we don't understand what our derailers are and the impact of those on others, our derailers go into the basement and work out with weights.
I love that image. I think that's such a great image. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it's true, right?
Yeah.
That which we deny gets louder because it's just clamoring for attention, and it starts to show up in all kinds of dysfunctional ways.
Yeah.
So I think in order to connect with ourselves, we have to have a lot of courage because we have to look at the whole person that we are. And so mindfulness from where I sit in our experience, rides shotgun with connection, because mindfulness is a great way to deepen the connection, first with ourselves, also with a higher power or a purpose, and then with others.
So how do we start that process? If you're working with a leader, obviously we all have our own derailers. We all have our strengths and our derailers. We're human beings. But not necessarily everyone has done this kind of work. They haven't really kind of gone down to the basement to see what's working out down there.
No, it's kind of dark down there.
It's kind of dark down there.
Who wants to go down there?
What's a starting place for us? How do we open that concept and start to explore that?
I think we're all looking for a safe container, right? A container in which we can truly open the basement door, take a few steps down those stairs, maybe turn on the light a little bit and see what lurks down there in the darkness. But in order for us to do that, we have to have some kind of a safe place to process what we're learning. So the kind of work that we do starts by creating that safe container for leaders. And regardless of why we're brought in to work with an executive, and you know this, or an organization or a team, the symptoms are all, from where I sit, symptoms of disconnection. We're not brought in to help senior executives really learn how to be an executive. They have those functional skills. Those are table stakes. What we're brought in to do is to really help somebody live their best life, and to do so in the workplace, but also to do so personally, and to really start to create this inspiring workforce culture so that everybody can be more innovative and can be more focused on doing the kind of work that they really want to do. So I think we really have to look to find ways to create a safe container for ourselves and for each other in which we can have the conversations and do the digging deep that we need to do in order to look at all of who we are.